This is what will happen in your love life and your relationships while Venus is in Aries, which is from April 30th to June 6th. This video is based on your rising sign, also known as your ascendant sign. If you don't know what your rising sign is, I do have a free chart calculator that's linked in my bio. Aries rising, while Venus is in Aries, you become really magnetic. Your beauty is even more noticeable to people now. So if you're single, don't be surprised if people are coming up to you, if you get asked on more dates. If you're in a relationship, it's a great time to spend romantic time with your partner. If you're single, you can meet somebody right now just by being yourself. So be confident. It's also a great time for you to focus on self-love and putting yourself as your number one priority. Taurus rising, while Venus is in Aries, you are going to be drawn to relationships and people that you connect with on a soul level. So if you are in a relationship, you're going to want to deepen this connection with your partner. There is a possibility that you could think of a past lover. Somebody from your past could come into your thoughts. And also there's a possibility of a hidden love starting, or maybe there's someone in your life that you're not ready to bring to the public. But only allow relationships in your life right now that align with you spiritually. Only allow people in your life that you can connect with on that deep level, that you can share your most vulnerable self with. Gemini rising, for you guys, you could actually meet a love interest through a friend, or a friend could become a lover while Venus is in Aries. If you are in a relationship, it's likely that you guys will be spending more time with friends, socializing, out and about. If you're single, you could start to look at a friend in a new light. You could be out at a social event and actually meet a romantic connection. And right now for you, you're prioritizing relationships where you have a shared vision when it comes to your long-term goals, when it comes to the future. And you're also going to be attracted to people who are open-minded right now. Cancer rising, while Venus is in Aries, you're thinking about your relationships in the context of like legacy, long-term. You are going to, if you're in a relationship, you are probably going to be focusing on long-term goals with your partner. If your long-term goals aren't aligning, these people could fall out of your life. If you're single, you can meet somebody who's driven, who is mature. You could actually meet somebody at work or through your career in some way. You are attracting people who admire your drive, your ambition, like your confidence, and your charm is really out in the public eye right now, and people are drawn to that. Leo rising, for you guys, while Venus is in Aries, you are focusing on adventure in your relationships. If you are going on a trip right now and you are single, you could meet a love interest on your trip, on your vacation. If you are in a relationship, you could go on a trip with your partner. You could try new things with your partner. You'll feel more passion and more excitement in the relationship. If you are single and you are in school or university right now, you can meet a love interest at school in a learning environment. You are attracting relationships where you have similar spiritual beliefs, where you can learn from each other, somebody who's optimistic and who opens your mind to new possibilities. And if you're in a relationship, then these are the qualities that are going to be more present while Venus is in Aries. So definitely a great time to go on a vacation with a romantic partner. And if you're single, it's still a great time to go on a trip because you can meet somebody wherever you are. You could also meet somebody from a different culture or background than you in your community. So you don't necessarily have to travel. You could just meet somebody who has a different culture or a different religion, or something about the way that they are raised is very different from you. That's the type of person you can meet right now. Virgo risings. So for you guys, while Venus is in Aries, your relationships are getting deeper. You are going to become more vulnerable with your partner. If you're in a relationship, you're going to deepen your emotional connection. It can be a time where your relationship really transforms and changes in some way, but you become more open with each other. If you're single and say you've been casually dating, people that you aren't able to be open with or aren't opening up to you on that deeper level will fall out of your life, and you're going to start to prioritize connections that you have that deeper bond with. If you're single and you meet a romantic partner right now, they will probably be somebody that really changes your life. And if you're in a relationship, it's a time where you could be talking about shared resources with your partner, like shared finances and things like that. And the last thing I'll say for you guys is be careful of any like obsession in your relationships on your side or your partner's side or somebody you're dating that could possibly come up. So just be aware of that. And if you're feeling it on your side, release any need to control and focus on living in the moment more in your relationships. Libra risings, for you guys, this is actually a really romantic time of year. It's a time where if you're single, you can meet a partner that will be with you for the long term. If you're dating, your relationship could be taken to the next level. If you're in a long-term relationship, same thing. Your relationship could be taken to the next level. You could move in together, engagement, marriage, like big things can happen during this time for you. You are focused on harmony and peace and collaboration. Like, you naturally as a Libra rising are great at working with other people, but right now it's even more like it's amplified to a new level. So it's a great time to resolve any issues you've been having with a partner. It's a great time for romance. You're feeling more romantic, so plan a romantic date, ask somebody out. You'll just notice that your love life and your relationships will be highlighted while Venus is in Aries. Scorpio risings, while Venus is in Aries, you are focused on consistency and making sure actions are matching words in your relationship. So if you are single but you're dating, you want more consistency. You might want to take it to the next level with somebody if you feel like they are loyal and committed to the bond. If you are currently in a relationship, you might want to show your love by doing acts of service, like making your partner dinner, organizing somewhere where they're working, like doing actions, even if they're small. You're going to really feel like helping and caring for your partner. If you're single, you could possibly meet a romantic connection at work or through a coworker, or maybe even a coworker could be a love interest. So that's possible. And if you're in a relationship, you might want to focus on being healthier together. You could, maybe start going on walks together, working out together, eating healthier. Those are things that could come up as well. Sagittarius rising. So for you guys, this is actually a really romantic time. You could be feeling more romantic. If you're in a relationship, you might want to surprise your partner with a date night, or your partner might surprise you with something. If you're single, it's a great time for dating. It's a great time for dating based on like what you feel passionate about. It doesn't necessarily have to be something where you want to be in a long-term relationship with somebody. It might just be fun to date right now and have fun. Although a long-term relationship could come up at this time because you are just feeling more romantic. If you're in a relationship, expect more passion, more spontaneous moments. If you're single, same type of thing. You could spontaneously meet somebody that you feel a really strong spark with. Capricorn rising, while Venus is in Aries, you are drawn to people that feel familiar. If you're single, you might actually go talk to an ex, or maybe talk to somebody you knew when you were growing up because they feel familiar, or they feel safe, or somebody that you feel like this safeness with. You could also possibly meet a romantic connection through something connected to your childhood. Maybe somebody from your town where you grew up. Maybe somebody in your family introduces you to somebody else. And if you're in a relationship, you're craving a deeper emotional connection. You want to share how you're feeling right now, which might not always be natural to you as a Capricorn rising. Also a great time for healing any relationships that harmed you or caused you emotional damage in the past. You can really let go of those now, and so you can move forward in a more positive way. Aquarius rising, for you guys, while Venus is in Aries, you are focused on communication in your relationships. If you are in a relationship, you're going to want to talk more with your partner. You're going to want to text them more if you're not with them, or if you're with them, you're going to want to tell them more about every little detail that's going on in your day. It's a great time for connecting on an intellectual level. If you're single, you can meet a partner through your friends. You can meet a partner who connects with you on that mental level, or who you find like really intelligent. If you're single, you could also encounter a love interest in your neighborhood somewhere. And it's a good time for romantic getaways that are like short trips, maybe somewhere a couple hours away or less. Pisces rising, well, Venus is in Aries. You guys are really looking for stability in your love life. If you are dating and that partner is not stable or consistent, you probably will let them go. If you're in a relationship, it will deepen with somebody who is loyal, who you feel like values you. You could also have conversations about finances with a partner. If you're in a relationship, you could be surprised with a romantic gift during this transit. And if you're single, you can meet somebody who is financially secure and generous, and somebody who makes you feel safe and who truly sees your self-worth. So it is a good time for dating. And of course, if you want to learn more about your chart, check out the link in my bio.